He believed that there is no God. And he wanted to hear the same thing from Buddha. See, because Buddha never wanted to talk about God. So he wanted to hear the same answer. And he again gave him the opposite. And the third person, he said, was a true seeker. He was actually looking, and I could see that quest. So what Buddha did was made him go inside. We typically are looking, we all have gotten so much information by the time we have grown up. All the information, everything that we've seen in our houses, our parents doing, our beliefs, our ancestors, the way we've seen them working, all that information is already there. All our experiences since childhood are already recorded in our brain. And by the time that we have grown up, what we are actually looking is that information is going in from the same already stored information, it's being processed. So a lot of the times we have beliefs about things and we want that, yes, whatever I'm believing is verified, is, even the masters are saying, yes, this is true. We don't realize that we actually don't know the truth. We need to believe something only if I don't see it. I don't need to believe that it's evening. I don't need to believe that it's not night. I can see outside. I can see that, okay, the sun is setting, it is evening time, and I know it. So I don't say I believe in it. Whenever we are saying I believe in something, obviously we are not seeing it clearly. So we all are operating out of our beliefs. Beliefs are not truth. So one simple thing, he's saying preliminary first, truth is. If you believe in something or you disbelieve in something, that doesn't change the truth. Truth is. Truth does not have the responsibility of aligning to us. We have the responsibility of aligning to the truth. Even if we say, I believe this is going to happen to me, I now believe my world is going to be amazing, my relationships are going to be amazing, that does not mean that that's going to make it amazing. So I have the responsibility of aligning with the truth. So the first thing, preliminaries, truth is. The second, he says, mind is the barrier. So our mind, what is our mind? We are living with our own stories, with our own dreams. We all have our wishes, our dreams, and we don't even know, unconsciously we are projecting our dream. We want something to come true. We believe in our mind. And then what happens is whatever that we are believing, accordingly, we will start feeling, yes, see, this person also likes me. When somebody starts liking somebody else, in teenage, I'm sure all of us have experienced. Somebody is in love with a girl, okay? One boy develops a crush. Now what will happen is this girl smiling. Now he knows, okay, she also likes me. She may have nothing. She is a person who gives a warm smile to everybody. But because this boy likes this girl, for him, this smile just starts giving all the different meaning, right? So we are constantly projecting whatever our dreams are. We are projecting things that are happening in our mind. So he's saying mind is the barrier. Mind surrounds you like a film. It's like a movie that's going on and you remain engrossed in it. So we have to learn, the preliminaries, we have to learn to get out of this movie, out of this film, the inner and the outer projections that are happening. And then the third thing in the first point he's saying is, no mind is the door. So what is it that we first do when we come into the path? The first thing is you start meditating and you start watching, you start emptying your mind, right? So you can't fight your mind, but can you not be taken for a ride by your mind? Normally, people are living, they are taken for a ride by their mind. One thought is coming, we are going on a ride with that thought. Then another thought, we are going on a ride. That's what all our daydreaming is, right? This person likes this girl. Now he starts dreaming, and then in his mind, all this story has happened of how this girl is also in love with him. So the preliminaries, no mind is the door. So when we start emptying our mind, that is going to be the door. That is going to be our door to actually know the truth. Truth is, mind is the barrier, no mind is the door. The second point after you start doing this, he says, think that all phenomena are dreams. Right? Now, when our mind is having this nature, there are constantly stories that are happening. Not only outside that we are seeing is a dream, inside also so many things that are happening is a dream. So many times experiences that start happening in meditation. Now, one of the things that can come as a barrier is the meditator starts getting engrossed in whatever inside things are happening. You start feeling, now I am a brilliant meditator. I get this experience. I get one day Sita Mata, one day I get this one, right? And now the spiritual ego can start coming. So now we are not identified with the body, with the mind, but we can get identified by I'm this spiritual, I'm this very highly evolved person. Friends, the mind really fools you. And these are very hidden ways of the mind coming. So he's saying, think that all phenomena are dreams. All that you see, all that you experience, all that can ever be experienced, all phenomena is a dream. Not only objects of the world, but also objects of consciousness, objects of the mind. Everything are dreams, right? This is some of the things that Buddha would always say, impermanence. When we are saying dreams, what are dreams? They are impermanent. When we are sleeping at night and when we are dreaming, it is so true for us. If a snake has come, if a tiger has come, we are actually feeling so scared, all that we are really experiencing. But then when you wake up from it, it's no longer there. So when they say dreams, dreams is something that is there once and that is not there after some time. So the second step he's saying is that think that all phenomena are like dreams. Don't get attached to anything, neither attached to the body. So the first step, when we start emptying the mind, we will start witnessing the body. We'll start knowing that, okay, yes, the body is there, but I'm not the body, I'm beyond that. You will start seeing that with your own thoughts, with the mind. And now you start seeing also that now everything that you're experiencing, you're playing this game. This is like the dreams. The third point he's saying is examine the nature of unborn awareness. Now, if I am actually dreaming, if all of this is dreams, things that are coming and going, you started learning this quality of watching. Now, this watcher, who is the watcher? That you start examining. Examining the nature of unborn awareness, something which is always there. Something that is born is going to die. That's the nature. Anything that comes is going to go. What is it that's not born, which obviously will not go? So the third point he's saying is now you start examining the nature of unborn awareness. He's saying by now you know this transcendental awareness as we have gone in this step. So friends, I know all of us are there and everybody. So some people have been meditating for a very, very long time. Some people may have started meditating short time, but it's wonderful to just know all of these steps because I know all of us here are really old souls. Even if right now for us 2 points or 3 points will be applicable right now, but later you know that this is where we have to move, right? So just be here. You can keep noting down just of the points that I'm saying. So examining the nature of unborn awareness. Examine the nature of this awareness. Shake yourself into as full alertness as possible. So not letting yourself just kind of being drifted by your dreams. And when we get drifted, see what's happening. The fourth thing he's saying is now let even the remedy itself go free on its own. When we are training our mind, when we are actually seeing, okay, everything is a dream, sometimes we can just get too attached to the remedy itself. Buddha says it's like you are at this side of the river and you want to now cross this river and you use the boat. Okay, you've reached here. Now, some people, they carry the boat. They say, oh my God, this boat is the one I'm never going to leave. This is the one which helped me cross this, right? So many times we can cling to a method. We can cling to a master, also saying that. So he's saying now let even the remedy itself go free of on its own. Once you've actually experienced. Many people, when we are saying examine the nature of unborn awareness, friends. Initially, when we start meditating, there is an object we are watching. We start seeing we are the watcher. And then there is the process of watching. So there are three. The object being watched, the watcher, and the process of watching. And when we are just meditating, again, now this is something which is very difficult to say, friends, because this is beyond the mind. But when we are meditating, the three merge into one. That is when the person knows that, says that Tattvamasi, that you are that. You are the one that you were looking for. There is nothing beyond that. It's like we are at the surface of the ocean. And when you're just going deep, and you realize that all the water, you were so thirsty. Actually, you are that. You have been constantly in the water. You are, there is water inside you, there is water outside you. So when you're able to get that experience, when you see Tattvamasi, that you are that, right? You get that glimpse. And then what happens is you start living in that glimpse. So now he's saying, now drop that method. Now don't say, okay, but what is that object? Now you don't have to, just start being in that. Just start living more and more in that. So that is the fourth step he's saying. Let even the remedy itself go free on its own. The fifth one, he's saying, settle in the nature of basic cognition, the essence. So now what has happened is you are no longer the person who used to constantly live on the surface. You have started living more and more in the depths. You don't necessarily get so rattled with everything. You started living here. He's saying now just start settling into this knowing. Just start being here, right? This is the beautiful things he's saying. He's saying the mind clings. It never allows you to settle in your being. And that is why he's reminding this. Why does he need to say this? If somebody once has had a glimpse, right? He knows that you've had a glimpse once. Initially, when people have this oneness experience, we say enlightenment experience. It's like, imagine you're living in a place which is absolutely dark. Now you don't know. You don't know where the door is. How do I get out of this place? How do I go into the kitchen? But what happens is light comes on. So when we have these kind of experiences, the oneness experience, it's like the light has come on and you now know the entire anatomy. You know where to go, how to go. But after some time, you're not constantly still living in that. So, but you know that, okay, this entire house is there, you know your true nature. So you have experienced it, but you're not constantly living in it. Okay. So when you see this, he's saying now start settling in that, start knowing that Tattvamasi. You know that you are not this body. Now you will no longer be able to get attached to the body, right? So the mind will still come. You will still feel so good when somebody is saying, okay, but you quickly keep coming to that. So he's saying quickly, you can keep going to the bottom, keep settling in that, settle in the nature of basic cognition, the essence. You are not this, the person who was living at the surface, you are this. And the sixth point he's saying, friends, is between sessions, consider phenomena as phantoms. So he knows that You've gotten this experience. In between, still you will get attached. You still will kind of lose the path. Okay. He's saying in between, remember things are dreams. Again, when you get caught, in between, it may happen that suddenly now you've gotten trapped into something. You went into an ego trip. Okay. 6 months, 1 year, or some time you've spent where you say, oh my God, again I went into this. Oh my God, I've gotten back into the same drama. And suddenly it's like, again, I started believing the dreams. And then say, okay, know that things are dreams. No problem. Come back quickly. So Atisha is such a beautiful master. He says, between sessions, consider phenomena as phantoms. So what are these sessions? Where you have settled in your essence. When you are having those days, you know you are aligned. There are going to be days where you're not, you again get caught. It's okay. Remind yourself that, okay, this is the dream. This is how you train your mind. So it's like earlier you were a person who was constantly living in the samsara. You were constantly living possessed by the dreams. You will slowly start having days when you're not living in dreams, days that you're aligned. From being this completely to having experiences, to coming to this place where you will be a Buddha, where this is what is every single day you are going to be living here. There's going to be this entire period where you will be in the essence a lot of the time, but again in between dreaming. So all this, he's giving all the guidance to really go up to there. Now this, friends, is going still in the emptiness, right? He's kind of going there. The 7th step now he's saying is train in joining, sending, and taking together. This is the step, friends, he's saying for compassion. Remember, I said in the beginning that one of the issues that can happen is we don't start at all. The second is that we stop in between. Now, somebody may think, okay, now I have arrived. I know I'm no longer this mind. I'm no longer the body, right? And this is what I am. But now the next step that is required is that we develop compassion. All the ones around us. Now, when you actually start progressing, you keep progressing on the path, you will need to start helping others. So compassion is the quality where you are sensing the other's pain and you're also wanting to help them. Of course, this help is going to be different. The sansari helps, they also get pulled in with the other's drama. You are in pain, I will put myself in pain. That's how they help, which is obviously not true help. However, the master, Buddha, helps in a different way. When Buddha got enlightened, the story says that for a long time he just was in silence because there was such peace, there was such you are in this transcendental, you know that this pain is not you. He was in such a blissful state that he never wanted to speak. So many masters never spoke, right? Because now they are in a state where there is no pain. But when after Buddha got enlightened, it is said that all the gods, they surrounded him. And they requested him, you have to speak. And he said, but why should I speak? Right? What is the whole point? And they said that, there are so many people who haven't learned. And then knowing that, he realized that, I have walked the path. So if people walk the path, they will reach. Right? So if somebody wants to wake up, they will wake up. And the God said, sure, of course, if somebody wants to, they will. Right? And he said, if somebody doesn't want to wake up, they will still not wake up, whatever that you do. And then the God said, but is there a possibility that somebody wants to wake up and you're sharing something, you're sharing your journey, your insights will help them wake up? And Buddha said, yes, of course. And even if there is one of that kind of person who's going to help, from me speaking what I did, how I walked the path, What is the path like? Then you should. And this is how Buddha started speaking. And we know that for more than 45 years, he spoke every single day. So it's like, they are, when I started earlier, it's like, we are here and they are here. So all the masters, they are doing all the effort to give us the glimpse and to give us all the encouragement so that we walk, right? So he started speaking and he never stopped. So this is the compassion. And that is the path. That is the thing that we have to develop. So when Atisha went to the second master taught him love. Love is the middle step. Love is the way, our heart is the part which is like the alchemist. The witnessing person says, okay, I'm not the pain. I'm not this mind. I'm not the pain. So when you've just learned emptying the mind, so many people go into spiritual bypass. You say, okay, I'm not this. There is this spiritual bypass that can happen. But we have to take the next step. The next step where we open our heart. Because we also have so much pain within us. When anybody outside triggers you, when we talk about mirrors, right? If somebody says something which triggers me, it is actually not about this person. This person is just an instrument. We have to thank this person because that person is actually showing that I have that pain. Only then can that anger come out. So I have to really look within. So when he's saying we awaken the heart, we open our heart, this is the next step that needs to be taken. Our heart is the alchemist. And the third master taught him the compassion. So first is we have to transform. We have to learn to transform our own emotional energy, our own pain. He says, train in joining, sending, and taking together. What is he talking? He's talking about the breath. Do this by riding the breath. So we have to take in the pain, joining, sending, and taking together. When you breathe in, this Atisha's technique is take in the pain. And when you breathe out joy, breathe out love. Right? In the West, it's like when we are kids, when we are still learning, we say, oh, breathe in, imagine there is all the love that's coming out, breathe out all the pain. In the West, this is what has been taught. I will take in all the joy and love, I will send out all the pain. Now here he's talking about the graduates, right? He's talking about, okay, you've already learned to witness. This step cannot obviously be done when you've not learned the witnessing. If you are already overburdened with the pain, you tell a sansari, you take in the pain and you breathe out joy, they can't do it, right? But after you've learned the meditation, once you've learned the witnessing part, then this is the step to be taken. He's saying, as you're taking in, take in all the pain and breathe out all the love. Now, how can we also do this? Maybe we are not able to do it with the breath. I'm just helping us correlate because a lot of us in our modern, new age spirituality, we have read other books. So when Byron Katie is saying it, not Byron Katie, sorry, yes, Byron Katie also, but The Journey, what's her name? I'm suddenly forgetting her name. The Journey, the author who is talking about this, what she's saying is also the same thing, that pain is there, you shut yourself. You sit with the pain, you experience the pain, right? So normally, what is it that we are doing? We don't want the pain. Atisha is saying there are 3 objects, 3 poisons, 3 bases of virtue. Okay. Normally, how does a person say, I don't want pain? Pleasure, happiness, I want. Sorrow, I don't want. So he's saying there are 3 objects. What are these 3 objects? These 3 objects are aversion, attachment, and indifference. Okay. These are the 3 objects. Aversion to whatever that you don't like. Attachment to whatever that you like, and indifference to something that you neither dislike nor like. This is how typically a person is operating. And he's saying when you're in the mind, when you're existing in the mind, you are typically, this is how you're existing: aversion, attachment, indifference. And these are the three poisons. This is what actually poisons our life. So when Buddha is saying that learn impermanence, right? And when you are understanding impermanence, don't be attached to anything, don't be averse to everything. Learn to watch. So the poisons are going on living in this attachment, aversion, indifference. Now, this we can actually transform. Energy can only be transformed. So, when we have all of this, we have to open our heart and we can transform this. When we transform this, these are the three virtues. That is how we really develop the virtues. So, we have to start doing that. So, the simple technique that Atisha is giving is take in all the pain and breathe out all the joy. And of course, what is it that we are going to do? We are going to do with our own selves first. That I'm not going to say, okay, this one hurt me. I'm going to say, okay, Darvinya, I'm just taking an example. Okay, Darvinya said something very hurtful to me today. I'm going to sit with it, right? I'm going to sit with the pain. I'm going to say, thank you. If you've triggered something in me, that's there in me. That pain is already there in me. So I'm going to take this opportunity. Darvinya is just helping me to look within. She's provided to me a context, an opportunity to look within. You don't have to hide, Darvinya. It's not about you. So I take in that pain. I sit with it. I'm not saying, I don't want this pain. How dare she does this? Okay, I'm going to create this opportunity, take this opportunity. I'm going to breathe it in. And of course, I'll sit with it till it starts changing. And each of us, friends, we need to experience this. This really takes courage, right? This is not an easy thing. Of course, when Atisha is very simply giving these steps, each of these steps take years, okay, can take years. And we need to be patient with ourselves. But whenever we are ready, if you do that, take a day, take a couple of hours, sit with whatever that pain is. You will start going to the primal pain. I will realize that it's not Darvinya. I'm feeling that, she's abandoning me or she's disrespecting me. I'm feeling something that belongs to my childhood. As a child also, I felt that. So we start going to our primal pain. And that's how we start actually learning to transform. So Atisha is, of course, saying first you will do that just for yourself. And when you have done it for yourself, then you can start doing it for even other people. So masters like Atisha, masters like Buddha, they do it for everybody. Atisha says, as you're breathing in, imagine that the pain of the entire universe is coming into you. And as you're breathing out, breathe out joy, breathe out love. Because obviously they have gone to that state. Buddha said that, when they said that after he left his body, when the gods were there to welcome him on the other side, he said, till the last person on the planet Earth comes there, I'm going to stand there at the door. I'm not going to cross the door. So that is his compassion. He says, I want everybody should get this. That is their compassion. So obviously, when they have grown to that level, that is how much they are able to process that. That is our capacity. So the seventh point I said, train in joining, sending, and taking together. Do this by riding the breath. 3 objects, 3 poisons, 3 bases of virtue. And then he says, train with phrases in every mode of behavior. You have to learn to function in bodhicitta. We are operating in the mind. Bodhicitta is the mind of the Buddha, how the Buddha operates. So you have to learn to function in bodhicitta in all kinds of situations. Earlier, people used to go into the monastery to do that. He's saying now you have to learn to be in this in all kinds of situations. Now you come to the marketplace, you have to learn to be that Buddha in the marketplace. Somebody humiliates me. How is it that you are going to be? Can you be that Buddha mind in the marketplace? And that is the seventh step. Alone, with friends, or with enemies. So that is the last point. Friends, we are going to meditate with this. The meditation we'll be doing first 10 minutes, simple anapanasati. Letting ourselves empty the mind, be in that emptiness. Okay. I have shared the 7 steps. And if you feel that right now for you, just being in that emptiness is right, just be there. It's okay. The second thing I will guide is to open the heart. The simple thing we'll do is bringing our attention at the heart space, our heart chakra, and breathing into it. In this way, we'll let ourselves open the heart. All of us, because we've had past traumas, hurts that we are carrying, our heart to varying levels is closed. Okay, and this is an important step we all need to do. And then comes the next stage, which will be taking in all the pain and breathing out joy and love. Okay, now we will do that with ourselves. And if anybody feels ready to start doing it also for other people, maybe you can start with your loved ones. Your child is in pain. You are taking in that pain and you're breathing out love. It's like, okay, I'm saying I'm going to do that. Now, this is not out of blind love, friends. And remember, if you are already not painless, you'll not be able to help, right? So we do that. We can start with our loved ones and slowly we can keep increasing the circle. Since we have people here on Zoom, if there's any questions we want to ask before we go for the meditation, we can just take 1 or 2 questions. If there's anybody who wants to unmute, ask a question. If there's not, we are very happy to start meditating. The meditation will be about half an hour, and then we can take a couple of sharings or any other questions that come after we practice the meditation. So I see there are no obvious questions, which is amazing. Are we all ready for the meditation?
Can we have a half-minute break, please?
You can come and join them. Yes. So friends, the Anapanasati, for anybody who's practicing for the first time, you'll just sit in a simple posture. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. So you shouldn't, relatively your back straight, but you shouldn't be straining your back at all. We can cross our legs. Even if you're in a chair, you can just cross. You can cross your fingers in your lap. Okay. So we are creating a beautiful circuit. When we are meditating, when our mind starts to become empty, we start also receiving a lot of cosmic energy. Okay. The first step, which is emptiness of the mind, which we are firstly going to focus on, is very, very important, friends. So what happens, like we said, the mind is not going to leave. It's become the servant, which is our mind, has become like the master. Right? So it's like you're telling a servant, the master has come, the servant tries to do its own thing. Your attention will go somewhere. What you do is simply bring it back to the breath. It goes somewhere else, bring it back to the breath. So we don't fight the mind, but we simply keep coming back to the breath. Complete attention. So the first thing, like I said, truth is, the truth we'll only know if we go into the emptiness. Mind is the barrier. No, mind is the door. So we'll do that. We can start. I'm going to play some music. You can take off your spectacles. Close your eyes. Bring all your attention to your breath. Our breath is going to be the anchor. Watch your natural incoming breath and outgoing breath. This is a simple, beautiful technique that was given by Gautam Buddha. In Pali language, ana means incoming breath. Apana means outgoing breath. And sati is becoming one with it. Just be with the breath. Watch the incoming breath and outgoing breath. Complete awareness, total presence with your breath. A relaxed awareness of the breath. No tension at all. Allow there to be a deep relaxation in your body and a deep awareness. And as you're watching, let there be no judgment. Let there be no fighting. As you're watching the breath, you are not trying to make it slower, make it deeper. Simply watch what is. Watch the subtle sensations that the breath creates. Sensations at the nostrils. Sensations at the belly or the entire track of breathing. Whatever comes naturally to you, easy to you, is right for you. Practice choiceless awareness. Everything that you're watching, you are not saying good or bad. You're not trying to choose anything. Just be like a watchman, just watching. If there's discomfort in any part of the body, if there's itchiness, any part of the body, simply still your body. Don't try to move. Don't try to make it go away. Can you be choiceless in its presence? Simply watch. As you're watching, notice that you are watching the body. The body is there and you are watching it. Let yourself notice, who am I? Notice the little separation, the subtle separation. The body is there. There's a part of me who's separate. That is how I'm watching. Allow yourself to be with the breath, to ride the wave of the breath. If there are any thoughts that are coming, watch them also come and go. Notice how you can be distant. You don't have to go for a ride with your thoughts. Watch them just like a cloud coming into the empty sky. Coming and going. Watch that you are not your thoughts. There's a part of you which is separate. There are waves on the surface of the ocean. And when you let yourself ride the wave of the breath can take you deeper into the depths. Allow yourself to know your true nature, the nature of your consciousness. The nature of your unborn awareness. Allow yourself to relax deeper into the vastness within. You are not the cloud. You are like the empty sky. Relax deeper in this silence. Relax deeper into this emptiness. Settle in this silence. Settle in the nature, in this essence. This is the no mind state. Or the bodhicitta. You are this consciousness. Knowing your true nature. Relaxing in your true nature. You are now feeling ready to open your heart. Allow yourself to bring your attention to your heart chakra, the center of your heart space. Keeping your attention there, continue to breathe. As you're breathing in, allow yourself to feel as if all the beautiful breath, the energy, is going into the heart center, allowing it to open. Rest your awareness at the heart chakra. As you continue to breathe. Surrender to your breath. Ride the wave of the breath as you keep your attention on the heart chakra. Relaxed with your breath as you continue to keep your awareness at the heart chakra. As you open your heart chakra, which many times has become shut because of all the pain that you may have experienced, you are now ready to sit with your pain. You are now ready to go beyond attachments, beyond aversions. For a long time, we wanted to save ourselves of all the pain. Allow yourself to now go deeper within yourself by inviting any pain that you're now ready to see. The heart is like the alchemist, the one that turns the poison into the baser metal, into the virtues. As you're breathing in, allow yourself to breathe in the pain. As you breathe out, you will slowly start feeling that it starts transforming. Breathing in, let yourself take in all your pain. Breathing out, you may start feeling the transformation, getting transformed into joy or peace or love. Be patient with yourself, don't push it. The most important thing is being the witnessing self and giving up aversions, attachments, and indifference. So you're letting yourself feel the pain. As this witnessing consciousness, feeling the pain helps you to transform it. With every breath, trust this deeper. Be with yourself, be with your breath. You are the witnessing consciousness. The aware self, the wise self, is taking in the pain, breathing out love. This is also inner child work. The pain is your past. Whether as a child you experience pain, your younger version, you're letting yourself feel that pain. And the wiser version of you is sending out love to the younger version of you. Be with your breath, continuing to take in the pain, breathe out the love. Our past is carried in our tissues. The past also consists of our past lives. As you're taking in the pain, breathing in the pain and breathing out the love, you're also absorbing the pain of the past lives. You're transforming it, transmuting it, as if the current wise version is transforming this. Breathing in the pain, breathing out love. If you feel ready to also absorb the pain from any loved ones, take in the pain, breathe in the pain, breathe out love. You are not becoming loyal to them. It is just love. Love heals. Love transforms. And it is just pure, unconditional love, where you're not even attached to anything, any outcome. No aversion, no attachment. Continue to breathe in the pain, breathe out love. You may relax with your breath. Continuing to carry this love in your heart. Continuing to settle in your own essence. Being with your breath just for another 3 minutes, my dear friends. Remembering your true essence. In between sessions, remembering that all phenomena are like dreams. Allow yourself to gather any insights that you may have received during these states of silence. Bringing this love with you in your heart for your own self. For your loved ones and for all the others. Slowly, slowly, you're getting ready to come back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Slowly, you may rub your palms together, cover your eyes, slowly open your eyes. Welcome back. Wonderful friends. If anybody feels like sharing their experience, any insights that you received, or any questions that you may have. Yes, Priyanka.
Hi, ma'am. How are you? So, ma'am, during the meditation, after a point of time, this part started aching, and my heart chakra also started aching, so I couldn't stretch it for too long, and I had to open my eyes in between. So just wanted to understand, is there a blockage that is stopping me, or how do I go about with it?
So, of course, when we receive energy in meditation, the energy starts to open any blockages that we carry in our energy body. And to cross that is again what Buddha said, no aversion, no craving. So typically what happens is when we are feeling something pleasant, we want to experience it more and more. And when we don't like something, when there is pain, now if you continue to stay with it, not say, oh, I should, get out of this, it should go away. Okay. So where did I get muted?
The
Uh,
host muted everyone.
okay. So you couldn't hear any bit of whatever I was
No,
saying?
I could hear till the point where you said where we don't like to take in the pain after a point of time.
Yes. So the next time that it happens, if you can kind of remember this and start, just say that I'm going to breathe through it. So maybe not keeping your attention there, but just being with your breath.
Okay.
And that will slowly start taking down the pain.
So it's okay if I get breathless also in between?
Yes, it's okay. Right? After we cross a particular threshold, it will start going down. Our body is used to some even stress chemicals. When we've experienced stress, our body is used to it. So it actually doesn't want us, our mind, our body doesn't want to go past it. Any change is scary.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? So when you just go through it, after you cross a threshold point, it will start going down.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Little more sankalpa will be helpful. Yeah, it'll help.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Anjali.
Hi, Dr. Preeti. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. I am extremely grateful to you and Ganesh sir ever since you helped me with the inner child healing workshop. So, thank you so much. This was a wonderful session. I just have one question though. So, when you asked us to, breathe in pain and breathe out joy, for some reason, when I was breathing in pain, I could follow everything that you were saying, but when I was breathing out joy, I was trying to breathe out joy. I couldn't. Somehow there was a lot of pent up anger. There was a lot of uh, negative emotion attached with it. And I'm still trying to understand why is that I cannot, ask myself to breathe out joy. So I was wondering what the blockage is as such.
So that's what I said, that with practice it will happen. And when I gave that guidance, I also said that don't be pushy with yourself, don't be forceful with yourself. And like I said before when you were talking, that sometimes it just takes that, okay, 1 day, 2 days, you just sit with the pain. So the practice of not fighting it, sitting with it without aversion, is what will start transforming. So when we are new to that practice, we will not be able to do it immediately. What you're doing is you're just sitting with pain, and then you will experience that this whole thing which was so painful, you'll actually start feeling thankful to that person, that that person helped me to connect to this. So when I said, for example, that, okay, thank you, Darvinya, that you helped me connect with that. Now it's basically a change. You'll be able to experience that transformation. So when I was saying breathe in this and breathe out that, that will come after some time of practice. And it's okay. So what you can do is whatever that you were feeling with, because you provided that beautiful space for your own self to be in that emptiness and then to open your heart, maybe some important pain has surfaced. So you can sit with it. Don't be in a hurry, just sit with it and slowly with the open heart, and then it starts kind of changing that experience.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anjali. That's wonderful. Any other question, any experience? Yes, Chetna.
Thank you. Thank you for this wonderful meditation process. I think it's a bang on thing for me.
That's
So,
beautiful.
yeah. So, past few weeks, like past 1.5 month, I had a death in the family, and I lost some dear one, and that pain of loss had triggered me very severely. And past few, like this is we are in the last week of September now, coming to the last, so it's more than 6 weeks now this thing has happened. It has continuously triggered me and kept me drowning in that, loss. So initially I thought it's a loss, it's just a loss and attachment. But later on, as we've learned all inner child processes, and keep practicing it to identify what is the root, where is it guiding me or heading me to, I could gradually reach to a point where I could activate a certain memories got activated, where I felt uh, a huge pain and like loss. And then I, through those memories, I could see that the loss was of about losing the trust on someone.
Ah,
That happened. And then going much deeper, just 4 to 5 days back, when the wake up call series happened, first day, sir said something, and it just landed to me this way ki, okay, so the pain is not of the loss of a person actually, as the person is no more, or I don't have access to that person, but I lost, I guess that gradually kept on pointing me to my core memory of my childhood, where I lost trust on one of my parents.
ah,
And that pain, like, it just has been triggering me, and I got a series of those same incidences happening to me till now, even after my marriage and the life I'm having right now, coming through lots of core family members. They're just coming and giving me that pain, and the loop is of I getting intimidated.
hmm,
And when I have a certain trust on a person, this person is my protection. And
hmm,
when that the intimation lands from that person, it hits you real hard.
hmm,
Like it has hit me real hard. So today, and past 3 4 days, I was just struggling ki I've identified this pain, and I'm so much drowned, I'm continuously crying because of that pain. I'm
hmm.
not able to get detached from that pain and witness.
And
So today, right now, I could yeah, am I audible? Yeah. So today, in this process, I could do that. I could witness it when you said take in the pain, and I was very very easily. There was no resistance taking in the pain. But as the earlier member shared, I was not able to breathe out joy.
that's okay.
Yeah. And what I experienced was my clasped hands were getting tightened, my breath was getting deeper, and a kind of just you said deeper, but it was a dark blackout experience of going deeper. It was not a soothing one.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Okay. And then when I was following your instruction to breathe out the joy, I was just not able to do that, absolutely not able to do that. And I could see a huge resistance to accept joy and love, to experience that.
Hmm. Resistance to also experience that.
Yeah. To experience that exhalation, I had some resistance.
And is there a belief that because that pain was there when you connected to the childhood stuff, is there some belief? Is there some, sometimes we don't want to let ourselves experience joy. So when you're saying there was resistance, was there something in you stopping you?
Uh, I'm not able to identify it in this moment, but I could just experience ki I have a huge resistance right now to reach to a point where I can, reconnect to the joyous and loving vibes. Just that resistance is identified, and I'm not able to. Why I'm sharing is ki is the reason of resistance the attachment or anything else where you could guide me?
So when we are going within, right, what the book also I said about the journey, and Dr. Newton also says, you're basically allowing yourself to go beyond the story into the pain.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to drop into it. We have many layers of emotions. So what happens is, we may be not trying to feel the pain, but when
Mhm.
you start going into it, there are deeper layers. So
Yeah.
there may be loneliness, sadness, then there may be shame, guilt.
Yeah.
You go through different layers.
Right.
So what happens is that one option is that you've not actually gone into the deepest layer, because after we drop into the deepest layer, we go into our own core, which is our soul. So it's like you're being pulled into a black hole, then you'll get dropped into the white hole. Into
Okay.
the light within. So you just let yourself go deeper. And as you're saying it, resistance could be one that we are very used to being here.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
So it's pulling you there. The other
Okay.
resistance could be a deep shame, because sometimes what happens is, when my mother, for example, said something bad, right? And then you believe that I don't deserve any joy.
Hmm.
Okay, because
Okay.
somewhere, if our parents have made us bad in some way, if we feel that they were criticizing us, or that shame makes us feel that I don't deserve it. Now, that belief of I don't deserve it will not let you go deeper, because beyond that, you'll feel joy. So you
Hmm.
can just kind of look as you sit with it. There's a belief, you can now just kind of, release that belief that it's safe for you. You deserve it. You deserve to experience the joy.
Okay. So while you were talking, something was, connecting, some threads were connecting inside. And when you said the word shame, so that was one of the layers where I could experience, where that, that intimidation, the intimidation had been projected from that person's shame. That
Yes.
person has projected the intimidation and the threat on me from his personal shame. Okay. And I was, kind of restricted to behave in certain ways, or to be. And now that is where I see the resistance. I have a resistance of projecting my joy and love, because that time I was shamed for doing that.
Right. Yes.
I was now I remember it very clearly, the other dynamics of that incident, that I was shamed for it, that why you have to be so bindas and why you have to be so joyful, and then you unnecessarily attract other vibes, and it creates a chaos for me, and I have to handle all this, and all that was hit on me.
So the belief that if now you're going to be joyful, you're going to attract all of that.
Okay. So that belief I am is holding me to experience that joy or project that joy. Okay. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Preeti. Thank you.
Much for that.
It was such a big, chaos in my head, and I'm like gotten out some out way, some way out to just take it further. And I guess I'm guided for this. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Jay.
you.
Wonderful, friends. Nidhi, you want to share something? No? Okay, because I just saw you moving. Thank you, friends, for joining. Wonderful. See you very soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.